Welcome back, everyone. My name is LC, and today we will be discussing more about Mortal Kombat and what the game could add in the near future, and just my overall wish list of stuff that they could bring in the upcoming years. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, I do want to make things clear. I do also look at the Discord from time to time, so there might be some things already in motion and I already have planned how to come into the game, but again, I don't really stare at the Discord like all that too often. Like I'm there every now and then, so like I might not know what's coming to the game, but you guys may already know. So if there's already something that's coming to the game already, I've said as a wish list thing, just let me know. So the first thing that I would like to see be implemented in the game is probably like a friend, or like not a friend, maybe friend invitations or just friends overall. I think that would be a pretty cool thing to have, and it doesn't have to be like nothing too major. It could be like a friend system where you add a player, and then you might be able to gift and receive certain artifacts. I don't know. Maybe you gift coins. It could be maybe like around 10 skull orbs. You know what I mean? But I think a friend feature would be pretty cool. I don't think you'd be able to chat along with them. Actually, no. I think a chat along with, not like with maybe with the friends. Actually, it depends. But like maybe a chat system could work alongside the friends feature too. But maybe like the chat system could work as like a world based or team based. Maybe even like if a guild comes along the way. I'll get into that later too. But if any one of those three things kind of come along, I think it'd be pretty cool to have. The only thing about the friends thing though is that like there obviously has to be like a max friends limit, so like maybe like 30 or 40 friends you can have, and then that's it. But I mean, yeah, I think a friends feature would be pretty cool. Now the next feature I would like to see is pertaining towards the summons, and I kind of want to see like a different summon animation. I know like if there's kind of the dead giveaways to see if you're getting like a different variety of character. Like there's the white, green, blue, and purple, right? I think that green's one, yeah. But like, I don't know. I feel like something else should happen if we get like a rare character, right? I mean, the purple changing color isn't bad either, right? But I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe like if you get if you get more than one, what's it called? More than one blue character, like you could have the summon fake out in a way, you know what I mean? So like let's say you get your summon and then it turns like let's say green, or it's just white, and then like it kind of glitches out and then it turns blue, right? That indicates that you're getting more than one 4-star character. Or it could be the same way for 5 stars, but again, instead it starts as blue and then it glitches out and turns to purple, you know what I mean? But that can just be like for 1 5-star, so like that works. But anyway, yeah, some new summon animations for me would be pretty cool. Now next up, actually it is relatively in Mortal Kombat, just not in this game, and that is having the crypt mode. I think a crypt mode would work exceptionally well for this game, seeing as to how they are trying to finish the story mode this year. I do think the crypt would be a nice addition. I think they can take a page out of the Street Fighter RPG game that came out a little bit ago, and also the crypt in Mortal Kombat Mobile too. But like I think both of those work. Like they could have like the not limited, but like you have like a little layout of the map, right? And you can choose which spot to go to. But the only thing is like but the only thing is like for this game, right? They have to make it like in a way that's not, overbearingly too difficult at first. It doesn't have to be overbearingly difficult at first. But like later on, it might get progressively harder as the deeper you go through the crypts, the harder enemies get, right? And I think like it could just be like what's it called? Whenever you run into, let's say, an enemy or like a team, let's say that's in a crypt. If they're taking a page out of Mortal Kombat Mobile's book, the fight can't auto start. Okay, let's say it doesn't auto start, right? But you pick that path to fight someone. Your characters can just go on auto like how it would in story mode or any other game mode in the game, right? They can just automatically start fighting. once you press go to fight. So I think that'd be pretty cool too. And the rewards could be like, I don't know, like if you come across a chest, it might be some gear or some relics, or like maybe 10 skull orbs or 10 or 5 master skull orbs. The thing is, there's nothing wrong with skull orbs. Even if it's 5 or 10, the more the merrier. You're still getting something in the end, so I think it's a win-win. But I think in the end, like you should receive like a good reward, or obviously the deeper you go, you get good rewards. But I think, like during the last, like make the last fight, the last fight, you should get something pretty good. Like let's say you get, like you get the maybe not shoes. You open a chest and it gives you 3 rewards. So maybe like a decent relic, you know, maybe a chance to pull a 4-star character until it gets upgraded to 5, maybe, I don't know. And then what's it called? Maybe like 20 maximum 30 master skull orbs. But like there's actually I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe there could be a chance if you could pull like maybe 50 or 60 regular skull orbs, and then there's a chance to pull like 20 to 30 master skull orbs. And I feel like that would be interesting, but I know pull rates, and when it comes to pull rates and you know, RNG, it's not always going to be great, and people could probably be upset that they don't get the master skull orbs pretty often. So I don't know how that was going to work, but I think any one of those two. But yeah, a quick game mode I think would fit perfectly into this game mode, obviously, because you know this game is Mortal Kombat and it has this game mode for most of the time. But I do think it would work pretty well. Now, next up, I do really believe this game could fluctuate. Now, I really do. Now, next up, I do really want this feature to come, like, at least within a year. But, like, I don't know if they have their eyes set on it yet. But, like, I hope that they add a guild mode. I hope they add a guild feature. And I know it's kind of weird seeing... Actually, no, it's not weird. Because you can actually have your guilds be representations of different, like factions and whatnot in different realms. So like, let's say the guild I choose is, you know, Outworld or something, and the next guild is Earthrealm or something. I feel like it could work like that. Like their guild is set based on that realm. Like obviously your guild name will be different, but like your guild is a part of the Outworld realm, right? And you have to, if they do want to do a guild war, they can, and like you fight against different realms. But like let's say all the Outworld maybe like it would be a guild ranking where like if your realm is at the top, it's Outworld in general, there's more guilds in Outworld, right? Let's say the Outworld tag, if you will, is at the highest peak of the score. It's at the highest peak of the scoreboard during the season, right? Then, you know, you guys get rewards and stuff. I mean, everyone gets rewards, but like, you know, obviously the highest ranking guild tag will get the highest reward, you know what I mean? I think that'd be pretty cool, like a guild and a guild ranking system and whatnot. It'd be pretty interesting. And along with the guild, I do think maybe a guild boss would be pretty interesting. A lot of games have them. Speaking of Street Fighter, again, back to Street Fighter, they do have certain games where they do have certain modes where you're able to like fight a big boss. I think this game should have that too, whether it's with a boss or without a boss. I think it'd be really, really cool. So back in my, like I think 2 videos ago, I did mention like how cool would it be to like have your characters fight one singular boss, that'd be like Corrupted Shinnok or something. And I think it'd be pretty cool. I still think it'd be pretty cool. Imagine there's just a game mode, right? And it's really, really hard. It's not easy. But maybe you pitch in with players from around the world, or you know, it's just by yourself standalone if you want to test your characters against these guys, right? But essentially, you set up 4 characters of your choosing, and then the boss is Corrupted Shinnok, or is it Onaga? I think that's his name. Might be Onaga. I think I might be getting it wrong, but I think it's Onaga. But those guys are like final bosses, right? Or just high tier bosses, whatever you want to call it. And then they have like a huge health pool, and nothing like too absurd, but nothing you're gonna beat within the first try, unless like you have like all the boosted characters or whatever. But and you go in and like, depending how they want to format it, they could have it like the way like the big camera is, right? They can have it the same way, like they don't have to change the camera, they have it the same way, or if they want to change it they can. But yeah, no, and your characters the characters just go at it and just try as hard as they can to fight this boss. And sure, they probably won't beat him, but it's still something, right? And like, you pitch in with people from around the world, or you know, you pitch in with their guild, right? I think either one works when it comes to the bosses. But I do think that they should diversify it. So let's say you could have this feature for guild or just regular standalone. I think having two different ways of fighting the boss would be cool. Because Dragon Ball Legends kind of has that feature too. They have it where you can fight with people around the world, right? Or you can do it kind of like, not so. You could fight. They do have these kind of bosses, right? Where one is kind of like, it's not solo based. You fight with people in the same game. You fight with people. You fight alongside people for both game modes. But like, one is kind of just like regular basic every season kind of thing, and then one is like for like a kind of like a special event kind of thing. So I think either one kind of fluctuates, but I think for Mortal Kombat Onslaught in particular, they should do it in a way that's like standalone. So like, if you want to choose your characters, like have your own party, you can, and like you keep going back in until you beat them individually, you know what I mean? And then like they have a bigger boss or like a better boss with a larger health pool, and then you have to team up with players around the world and stuff like that, right? I think that would be pretty cool as well. But yeah, speaking of bosses, I do think that this game should do a thing similar to Mortal Kombat 1, where like it kind of has seasons of these bosses. So like, let's say, you know, Quan Chi just suddenly just has that dog in him. He's just straight up powerful. Like he's a boss for a season. And then they switch to Krypton Shinnok or something, or they switch to Onaga, or they switch to I don't know, like crazed out Li Mei. You know what I mean? Like, a different variety of bosses will be cool in my opinion. And lastly, the last thing I want to see in this game is a new mileena, man. Come on, you guys are taking way too long here. We still only have one singular mileena. I'm sure a good portion of characters at least have a duplicate of themselves. Mileena's still struggling. All right, give us another variant, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging, please. Why do you guys do this to me? You guys do this every time. Every time I hype up for a new character, mileena doesn't come out. She doesn't come out. It hurts me to my core. MK1 mileena, please. Leather up. Listen to me, please. I'm begging you. Please, put a new variation. I will spend money for her. I'll do it. Just blaze at her. But anyways, that about does it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what features you guys like to see in this game in the comment section below. Overall, again, this is just my wishlist video for updates that I wish to see, for content that I wish to see added in this game at a later point. But it's nothing that has to happen so soon, right? Again, this is just like my predictions and, you know, wish list and stuff. So that is it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It is always a pleasure to make a video for you guys. With that being said, my name is LC. Have an amazing day. God bless, and I'll see you all later.